Good morning. How's everyone doing? At 9 a.m. sharp, only 2 minutes late. I'm having a fantastic morning today, and that is because Data Lake is literally holding my entire portfolio up right now. Most of the stuff in the market, for me at least, is kind of at a break even. However, Data Lake is up literally 46.28%. It was 54% a couple minutes ago, so we're having a little bit of a retracement right now, but that nonetheless, Data Lake is crushing it. It has somehow managed to turn from a $20 position into a $435 position in my portfolio. It is exploding in price, and I could not be more excited about it. Let me turn down the light so it stops reflecting off of my forehead. Good morning, MK. Good morning, Dream. Happy to see you guys in here. We got an exciting live stream. We're going to go through some of the DeSci plays that are still undervalued and underappreciated, in my opinion. Data Lake, I believe, is sparking that next rally for DeSci. And so if you've been waiting on the sidelines, if you have money that is not yet deployed, I think that this is going to be a good opportunity to revisit that thesis and ask, why have I not deployed any of those funds yet? Let me just make sure that we're streaming. Yes, sir. Yes, we are. All right. And of course, the dude who comes around and blows the leaf blower has returned for his daily visits. So I'm excited. Let's get into this. Let's go to first off, my brain's a little bit scattered right now because it's really hot and I don't understand why it's so hot in this apartment right now. But let's go look and see if we can find any liquidity in the markets. I'm actually going to go turn the AC on. And I don't even know that we're live right now. So if somebody could message something. It's hot as balls in there. There we go. There we go. Good morning, Sawyer. We are live. Good. Maybe there was just a massive delay. I hope everyone's excited. I hope everyone's ready. Bitcoin had that massive crash yesterday, like a huge crash that came out of nowhere, all because of a stupid report that came out that literally made no sense for it to crash, but I don't get to dictate what happens in the market. I just have to trade off of it and react to it. So we saw how reactive the market is going to be if that ETF does not immediately get approved. That was just off of the notion that it could get denied, and everyone freaked out. It's like, we know it could get denied, so if somebody's saying it out loud make the market spook like that, I don't know. I think that was a little bit dramatic from everyone. But Bitcoin is rebounding as everyone realized that that was not actually something to react over. So Bitcoin has been pretty much trending up all day today. There's a little bit of sloppiness right around the VWAP when it came down to visit. It kind of it slashed straight through it, and then found support at the bottom of that first extension from the VWAP. Remember, when we're looking at these, each of these bands away from that middle VWAP, the middle VWAP being the blue line, each one of these bands is one standard deviation away. So it found support one standard deviation below the middle VWAP, right? Just interesting, something to pay attention to. I usually use the second one. I try to, but it continuously gets kind of like muddy. As Bitcoin pulls back a little bit, comes back down to the VWAP, I'm going to be looking for an entry on one of the altcoins that is holding up the best. One of the altcoins that is recovering quite nicely. Because Bitcoin's pattern is good, but it's not perfect. And I think we'll be able to find an altcoin whose pattern is perfect. Maybe not, guys. Ooh, look at Aptos. Aptos is killing it today. Aptos is going crazy today. No retests at all, though. It's just literally been straight up. Wow. None of the altcoins on my list are good, which means I might just trade Bitcoin if we enter into a trade today. The only exception to that is Data Lake. Look at this sucker. Look at this sucker. Let's go to the daily. It is literally breaking out. It is rapidly approaching all-time highs. It's having a little bit of a pullback on this daily candle right now, but it literally just had 4 days in a row in which Data Lake has gone up from 1.1 pennies, if this blue box would get out of the way. It's gone up 130% in 4 days. 132% in 4 days, guys. This is just getting started. And with a market cap of just $11 million, it is still a micro cap. Yes, it's up egregiously from when we talked about it, but we've just been talking about it for so long at this point. It is up a crazy, crazy amount. And it doesn't look like it's slowing down at all. It had a little bit of a peaking formation here, and I debated selling some, but I wanted to wait until the live stream started going off. I feel like it's too large of a position in my portfolio right now. Like, I never expected it to become 21% of the entire portfolio, but I would feel kind of like, I don't know, just not good about taking profits on it right here because it's just so undervalued still to where I think it's going to go, right? So having $430 in it, having literally the first buy, I'm just baffled by it. I'm blown away. But I think it's setting the tone for all of the other DeSci projects. So Research Coin is only up 0.58%. We still have a lot of room to go with Research Coin. You can look, we had that spike and then it's had a little bit of a bottoming out formation here. Really just staying at 35 to 40 cents. It's been range bound for the last like 3 weeks or so. I think that's going to change, but it has not yet changed. It's still just finding its support. We haven't started curving up yet. If you come back and look at Data Lake, you go out to the month, we had that spike. I guess you got to go out a little bit further. We'd had that initial spike and then a pullback, and it started finding support, and then it slowly started curving up. You got to wait for that. Wait for that little bit of a curl up if you want that confirmation that you're getting in right before the move's starting to happen. So Research Coin, not exactly seeing it. We go over to Gene. Good afternoon. What's good, FTW? Gene is kind of having that rebound. It spiked up, had a pullback, and built support, and it looks like it's starting to curve upwards a little bit, right? You guys see that? It's starting to curve up a little bit. So in my opinion, Gene is about to follow suit with what Data Lake just did. It's at a $3 million market cap, so it's really tiny. And I think I might like rotate some of the money out of Data Lake and put it into Gene in the next couple days. That's just my opinion. I gotta make sure none of this is financial advice. And if you appreciate not financial advice in the crypto markets, make sure you hit that like button. We go live Monday through Friday, so make sure notifications are on and you are ready to come into this market hot. You gotta come in swinging. You gotta be willing to risk a little bit to make a lot. And I think that risking a little on DeSci to make a lot off of the movement that's happening is one of the most outsized risk to reward ratios in the entire crypto market right now. That's like, come on. You've seen how these things are moving. We have coins in the top 100 that are up 20 to 30 to 50% today. Look at Aptos is a $3.2 billion market cap, which is up 20% on the day. Are you joking? Do you know how much money comes into something like that in order to get it to go up 20% to move a market cap that big? There's a lot of money that flows through crypto, a lot of money, and not a lot of attention on DeSci. Once these people with all of the money start paying attention to DeSci more, just look at the volume on some of this stuff. Celestia, $500 million in just volume today, which has brought it up 22%. Imagine something like Data Lake getting $500 million of volume. Are you joking? I don't know that it'll actually get there. I'm just saying there's so much money. There's so much money to influence the price of these things. I feel like, I don't know. This morning's been very much jumbled for my mental sake. I was doing the dishes this morning and like actually freaking out. I don't know what was sending me in a little tizzy this morning. And then I had my coffee, and my coffee immediately curdled. If any of you guys saw that photo over on X, let me duplicate this, because we're going to talk about Messari. Messari did an entire thesis on decentralized science, so we're going to address that in a second. But I first need to show you my curdled coffee milk. Ugh, look at that. Somehow this calmed me down. Somehow seeing this, wow, I was actually freaking out all morning. I was having a very shitty, just mental state this morning. And then the milk in my coffee curdled, and it just brought me back down to reality somehow. And I was like, oh, I guess like everything I was tweaking out about literally has no bearings. Normally, I feel like this would have triggered people to have just an even shittier morning, but this made me, I don't know, this just brought me back to reality. I drink my coffee black because I never need to clean my Yeti. I feel like that's flawed logic. I don't know why. Like, on the surface, it sounds nice, right? But I feel like you should clean the Yeti, FTW. I feel like it doesn't matter. I know the acidity is a little bit high. It's better than not cleaning it and having curdled milk in it, that's for sure. Still has mold. None. Also, a little humble brag. Anyone else's portfolio being held up exclusively by Lake, a $10 million market cap. Literally caught this thing at 140,000. That's crazy. Yeah, the seals will mold. Gross. Gross. I need something for my hair. Now, where did my hair tie just go? I just flung that hair tie off my hand. There it is. Crypto thesis for 2024. In this report put out by Messari. If you don't know who Messari is, then welcome to crypto. You're gonna have a fun time here. Messari puts out reports on current research. They have a lot of information when it comes to crypto, so you need to know Messari. Do the hair flip for the algorithm. You know what's funny is that every single morning I do hair flips. My neck is always stiff, so I'm like, until I get a crack or something. Messari puts out research all the time. Messari has most information that you need in order to be investing in the crypto markets. And so, when Messari puts out research articles, people pay attention. This is stuff that you can find elsewhere, right? People writing these research articles from Messari are just that, people. They're just people, like you and I, so there's nothing special to their opinions. Everyone has their own opinion, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and nobody else's opinion is more valid than your opinion, so long as you've put in a little bit of effort to formulate that opinion and it's not just a regurgitation of someone else's opinion. Make sense? So if you research and come up with a conclusion that is sound and makes sense, and you feel solid in your argument for or against whatever thing you've just researched, and someone else comes out with a conclusion that is different than yours, and they have more clout, they have more social influence, it is completely irrelevant in the outcome of what you guys were researching. So if I research Data Lake, I love it, someone else researches Data Lake, they think it's a scam, it literally does not matter their opinion, or my opinion, to be frank, but for my case, my opinion matters more. I don't need to weigh their opinion any more than just addressing their concerns and seeing if I can argue it in a way that makes sense for me. And then you let the market decide. Jesus bless you. Thank you very much, Razmi. Why did I just say Razmi? Thank you. Messari is broken and anyone can download the PDF without having to wait or anything. Well, if you could break it even further and get through this paywall, I would love to see it. I would love to see their current scientific research economy incentivizes prestige capture of the expense of... You know what? Never mind. They're using too many big words for me this morning. But this is the article that they recently put out. And so you will see that they went over the 3 new Ds. Nuts. And I want you to pay attention, okay? Because we've talked about all of them. DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure, right? This is our grass extension here. Oh. That was almost close. It's got my IP address on it. Decentralized physical infrastructure, which is grass, which we did an entire video on, right? And then DSO, decentralized social media, which I'm not super bullish on, but I understand that it could be a trend. It could be a hot narrative to ride. I think potentially like tokenizing influencers clout and like being able to create a social token just like friends.tech did or whatever, something like that might be intriguing, but the idea that you have to pay for every tweet you put out makes zero sense to me. I'm not bullish on that use of DSO, and they'll probably address it in there. And then finally, DeSci, decentralized science, baby. they go over all three sectors and kind of give, their opinion on it. And I think that's phenomenal. I'm excited to see people like paying attention to DeSci a little bit more. It's only good. It's good or bad attention towards it. It's good. And one of the narratives that I saw aggressively actually coming from Blockchain Boy, Lucas, I don't know if he's in here or not, but Blockchain Boy has said on multiple occasions that a lot of the research that is funded by DeSci is going to be complete fugazi, which is true. That statement is not false at all. A lot of the research that gets funded, and let me know if you can hear the leaf blower, dude. A lot of the research that gets funded is going to be actually just not lead to anything useful at all, right? But that's not what science is at all. You're not looking for useful outcomes every single time you fund a research study. You're looking just for an outcome to then build on top of, to go further. So researching something, funding research, funding a scientist's complete salary for a year, their entire team, giving them employment, making it so that there's more jobs in the economy, even if you want to go that route. Must be nice to still have a need for a leaf blower. It's snowing here. Oh god, Derek, you crack me up. Yeah, it is kind of nice actually. It was freezing this morning. I think it was like 55 degrees out there. I needed a winter coat. If you fund research and the scientist now doesn't need to beg the government for a grant to fund their research, which usually takes 12 months, and funding their research through a DAO, through something even like CryoDAO, which we meme on and make fun of because they're funding cryogenic research, they get to fund something in the matter of like 2 or 3 weeks rather than 12 months. And then the scientist has a career and has a job that they can do and now work and contribute to all of the economy, right? They can be productive members, they can employ people, they can have an entire team and build out some more economic engine, I don't know, turn over the dollar a few more times and help with the GDP increasing. And on the same token, whatever research that they end up finding, like, odds are it's going to be not successful. Odds are it's going to come out to be something that like you can't monetize, and that's good. That's contributing to the body of research in the economy, in all of the scientific community. That's, no matter the outcome of a study, if the study is conducted appropriately, it is a positive outcome because it tells you stop looking at this or continue looking at this. It's good. It's just good. So the entire argument that it's a scam, bam, debunked in 30 seconds. I know it was more than 30 seconds, but the leaf blower dude leaves. I was getting kind of nervous, not gonna lie, because for a while he would come every single day at like 9:15 or whatever while I was live, and he would sit there and blow it straight into the window, and I'm like, like the window is open, that I'm sitting here live, and it pissed me off, and I started like screaming, and I feel like he probably heard me. I like actually was freaking out, calling him names and shit. And I feel like he might have heard me, and he's just stopped coming. So I was like, I'm getting a little nervous. I don't like being that rude, but he was like, come at a different time, goddammit. Yeah, Masari is bullish on DeSo, DePIN, and DeSci. I am bullish on DeSci, DePIN, and semi-marginally bullish on DeSo. Yeah, science. Let's see. I didn't go through this at all, to be honest with you guys. I just saw it. You are now the Florida man he avoids. He's probably Florida man. He must watch your streams. That's funny as hell. If he watched my streams, I would feel so bad. Finally, there's decentralized science. Some, 50% of the DeSci projects we track, were built in the past year. Yes, brand new. Checks off that checkbox. One of the best OG crypto investors I know has been dedicating 100% of his time here. It's a market where crypto incentives make sense. Trust in your scientific establishment may be at all-time lows, and the current system is riddled with bureaucratic inefficiencies. I'm proud that I got that word without stumbling. Poor data methodologies and piss-poor incentive schemes. Peer-reviewed papers that lead to tenure. Yeah, it's a you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Which is why I'm bullish on ResearchCoin. That and the fact that Brian Armstrong is behind it. Whereas crypto has already demonstrated a proven ability to fund science experiments at a massive scale. Token sales and DAOs were built to revolutionize how we do research, and there's enough interest in longevity, rare disease treatment, and space exploration, VXV, alone to drive development in this sector. Let's go. You can invest directly in DPIN, and you can start power, using DSAW. What the hell is going on? DSOC apps today. But I don't know. Wow, I just completely derailed my ability to read. I don't yet know of a way to lazily express a DeSci investment thesis. VitaDAO? If you think of any, let me know. My DMs are open. Holy crap, guys. What did my brain... Did I just have a stroke? What just happened to my brain? That was terrifying. I'm getting off words. Go back to charts. Holy shit. Words are hard, guys. Oh, man. Still waiting on that pullback in Bitcoin. Still waiting on that pullback. I think the DSOC threw me off. When I saw DSOC, I was like, what is going on? What word is he trying to say? DSOC? Nonetheless, decentralized science, bitch. Where's that? Yeah, DeSci, bitch. Can somebody in the Discord take this and add just a D in front of it? D-science, bitch. What's this one? Yeah, this live stream has derailed me. Do you guys have questions? You guys want to chat? What are you guys looking at in the market right now? How many of you guys own any Data Lake? Data Lake is genuinely holding up my entire portfolio. I know I keep saying that, but it's just exciting as hell. Like, I was making the bet that Data Lake was going to continue its rally upwards, and in fact, it is. And if I had the opportunity to trade this on a reputable exchange, I would probably trade this right now because it's unstoppable. Unstoppable. A lot of volume below. ICP and Stacks holding up mine. Let's go. ICP went crazy. ICP actually had a very crazy run. Stacks as well. We've been talking about... Oh, that's not it. We've been talking about Stacks in the Discord for a while as well. Unfortunately, I never ended up even buying Stacks. I just talked about how it was a good purchase. You can... If you come look at ICP here, I think it might be better viewed on the weekly candles. We're at a point where it's a little bit of resistance here. So we smashed straight through this previous high, which told me, right, I put a dotted line here because that was a mark that we needed to get through and hold above in order for me to remain super bullish on ICP, because for its entire existence, we were making a series of lower highs, right? Every time it went up, it did not go up as high as the previous time it had gone up. And so when we broke above this one right here, that was the first time that trend had really reversed. And so I needed us to hold above it, and we have successfully done so. This line here was an important one as well. We smashed straight through it, came back, tested it actually, had a weekly test, a second week hovering above it, and then exploded up to the next one. We're kind of getting rejected here a little bit, so we might be range bound for a minute. We might end up getting range bound on ICP for who knows how long. We could knock on this door a few times before exploding upwards further. I do believe that we will break above this $15, $16 mark on ICP and head to the next area. The next area is actually probably around $22 if I had to be honest. 22, 23. I'm just gonna make it a thinner one because I don't think we're gonna spend much time there. I think we'll continue to explode up to that $40 area. I bought some Gene yesterday. Let's go. Not let's good. Good. Gene I think is gonna do really well, but I want to look at Stacks real quick first. Stacks is crushing it. Stacks is, we know Stacks. Stacks is built on top of Bitcoin, right? It's a scalable layer 2 for Bitcoin. So we had this initial rally here, right? From the bottom, 20 cents. This was when Josh actually pointed Stacks out to everyone. And I was like, that's very interesting. I was like, I understand why everyone would be bullish on this, but I'm not gonna buy any. I'm not focused on it right now. And I instantly regretted it because it started mooning, and I was like, when we dip, I'm going to buy it. And then I just wasn't paying attention. This one I'm fumbling. I could make up a million excuses for it, but I'm fumbling the bag on that one aggressively. I think we'll probably continue to approach its previous all-time high. I mean, it's gonna body that all-time high. It's gonna absolutely body that. It's a beautiful uptrend, the entire existence of Stacks. And this really, if you have a long enough time horizon, this is even looking like good times to buy. I think once we see a little bit of a pullback, I'll absolutely be getting in because I need exposure to Bitcoin like that. I'm just being dense with it. But I know that this and Alex, I was bullish on. I expressed how I was bullish on these things, and then they did explode. So people who accumulated some are up a good amount right now. Pretty much at any point that you bought Alex, you're up a good amount right now. Let's look at Gene. Bought some Gene. Aw, that's not a good chart. Gene slash Weth. Gene is looking very similar to what Data Lake looked like. You know? Here, let's go back to Lake, because I do think that Gene is about to explode. Let's go back to Lake and address this for a second, and then we'll go. Let's go to the 4 hour. I bought a small amount of Lake with you back in September. No sells yet. Hell yeah, Sawyer. Hell yeah. You're probably up a shit ton right now. Bought Gene yesterday thinking deploying a bot, but I think it's above my experience level. There's actually, one of my friends built out a bot. I'll give him a little shout out right now. Raindrop. I don't think it's deployed just yet. Raindrop.io. Is this it? I don't know that this is it. I definitely already followed it, so I don't think that's it. Hold on. Let me pull this off the screen. Because I don't want to dox him in case he doesn't want to be doxed. Why is X's search algorithm so goddamn trash? Why is this so bad? I guess I can't search for it. I know the dude's name. I'm literally typing it in. I follow him and X is still not pulling it up. Why is X such a bad SEO? Holy shit. I'm trying to do him a favor, but I'm trying to do everyone a favor because I think that his bots are actually really good. We were going over them and they have really good returns. And he's just waiting for, he's waiting for like an audit to deploy the whole thing. Maybe, am I spelling it wrong? Nope, whatever. Give up. Sorry, bruh. It was called Raindrop, but can't find it. I don't think that's it, because I definitely already follow it. Unless I'm being dense and it's not even Raindrop. I'm gonna give up in a second, though. What was I doing before that? Oh, he's got bots. I think they're cool. I think even the strategy that I trade with you guys could be botted very easily. Like very, very easily, we could train a bot to just trade whenever an asset comes and touches the VWAP, it takes a position, you know? Boom, takes a position, takes profits if it goes down by 1% or moves by 1%. That's a very easy bot to implement. And it would miss out on a lot of trades, but I think it would have an overall positive success rate. It'd be crazy. Raindrop by Walnut Trading? No. Interesting, you could always give it out in Discord when you find it. Yeah, I will. Absolutely, I will. It's in the Discord chat right now. What's in the Discord chat? What's y'all's realistic price target for Lake once we... Hold on. Oh, that's what I was doing. Yes. All right, thank you. So, looking at Data Lake, okay, it exploded in price, just like all DeSci projects, then had a pullback. DeSci is going to move in unison, guys. Make no mistake. DeSci is going to move in unison. So seeing Data Lake explode tells me that others are probably going to follow suit in the near term. If you look at what happened to Data Lake, you had the initial spike up, right? And then you had somewhat of a... Not somewhat. You had a good crash, which then you found support, had that break of support, okay? Something that looked like a break of support. But then it doesn't matter, it was just a little fake out and it exploded up in price, right? Got that back test, came down and exploded in price. If we go look at Gene, I believe it's having a very similar moment right now, all right? It's just a little bit more elongated. So you had the initial price movement upwards, right? And then we had a very large pullback. We had a large scale pullback, which is building out support here, right? I think that it's possible we see one more little pullback as we break support, okay? Down to like 1.7, maybe even like 1.5 cents, and then have that come up to break out, all right? So this month, I think we're gonna have a very large move in Genomes DAO. I think it's gonna play out very similarly to Data Lake. Data Lake is just front running it. And it is possible if everything moves in unison, then perhaps we don't get that exact movement that I'm depicting. Maybe it doesn't move exactly like Data Lake. Maybe what we end up seeing is we continue to hold this support and then we see that breakout in a couple weeks. You follow it, Patrick. I do. Walnut at Walnut Trading. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. Did he change it? Sheet. Walnut at Walnut. Look at this is what I'm talking about. If I follow the goddamn account, why is it that that's not showing me it? Are you joking? Is this it? No. Screw X. X is so bad when it comes to that. Like, it sucks because everyone uses it, but like, god damn. How are they... Is it me? Be honest. Be honest, guys. Be honest. Is it me? Am I just bad at it? Or is it X? I won't be offended. I won't be offended. You guys just saw me do some really stupid stuff at Walnut Trading. I just typed in Walnut Trading. How is it not going to pull up? At Trading Walnut. Do I need the capitals? I'm not gonna continue to do this in a second. If this doesn't change it, then we're giving up. Are you joking? It's right there. It's right there. But when I search for it like this, that account pops up? Are you joking? I refuse to accept that that's me. You know, a terrible search engine? Goo. Oh yeah, I love Google. Yeah, no saying any of that. It's 90% X, 10% me. I'll accept that. 90% of responsibility on X. I will accept that. No, this is... Oh. Maybe, I guess this is it. Yeah, that's it. Holy shit, why'd they change the name? Interesting. But they didn't even, they changed the name, but then they didn't even like change their tweets. Look at, get rid of that. If you change to Walnut Trading, sus. Sus, I tell you, sus. How high can Data Lake go? It's a good question. I think that Data Lake could easily 10x from here if we're talking about bull market activity. I think Data Lake could easily 10x from here. That would put it at a $110 million market cap. I think that's still very small. I think there will be several DeSci projects that hit a $1 billion market cap. I just don't know if Data Lake is exactly one that does it. I think it's possible because they're kind of like one of the biggest narratives. I think it's definitely possible. I could realistically, for a reasonable price target, see this getting to $500 million. So about a 50x from here. I think that that is possible. I feel like I derailed the show. You're good, MK. There is no show, my man. It is, I mean, there is a show, but it's that investor, right? So it's literally however my brain ends up going. I have an initial topic I want to talk about, which is Messari and how much money we're making off of DeSci. And then we talk about whatever, realistically, whatever the chat wants to talk about. That's how the show goes. Let's see. We're chilling. We got 13 concurrent viewers, yet 10 likes. And one of these likes is from me. So I don't know if you guys just don't like me or if like I need to, I don't know, show floop. What the hell? One person even just left because of that. God damn. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Let's go. Let's go. How much more dilution for Lake? Good question. You'll actually notice if you pay close attention, there's a lot of dilution still to come for Data Lake. If you pay close attention here though, you will in fact become privy to the fact that there is 7% of the coins in circulation. Now, not all of them are going to be vested over this next 2-year bull market. Not all of them are going to be vested. So you don't need to worry about us going to 100% dilution. It won't come anywhere close to that. But if you pay attention to this, I started talking about it when it was at a $140,000 market cap. But that was only about a 20x ago. And the market cap has done more than a 20x. The 20x for the market cap would be putting it at, what is that, like 3 million. And we are in fact higher than that. That's because when I first started talking about Data Lake, there was only 1.5% of the coins in circulation. So we've been diluted like crazy, but because it was so small, the market cap just continued to truck along. That was part of the prereq, right? Dilution is scary, but what's more scary is how quickly someone gets diluted. And if you dilute quicker than the coin can grow, that's when you come into a problem. But because it was so small, I figured that they would be able to onboard customers, onboard clients, onboard speculators at a faster rate than the dilution would happen. And I was correct in assuming that. So while the market cap did more, the market cap has done close to 100x, but the coin price has only done about a 20x, right? They burned tokens down to 2.5 billion. They did burn a lot of the tokens, and that influenced the amount of coins that are in circulation. When they did that, it was like 1.5% coins in circulation, and it went up to 3%. So that initial dilutionary event was really just a burn, which is cool. I did it before you started. Let's go, Dream. You actually, I'm assuming this was you. I created the live stream, right? And then I made it so that my chat box and right above my head would be linked to the live stream so you guys could see the chat. And then when I did that, which I have to do manually, every single live stream, I have to go up and link it to the chat on my new live stream. And then I went to the YouTube video and I hit the like button and there was already a like. And so I'm assuming that was you, Dream. You beat me to it, which is impressive. It's crazy I always forget to press the like. Damn it, Cheeky. Axon has an AMA today at 1 Eastern Standard. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I almost forgot about that. I have you guys are Axon DAO. They had the private sale. I think they're gonna have another round of a public sale. So some of us in the Discord got in on the private sale for Axon DAO, and we actually got in at like a 50% discount, which was really cool. They're gonna do a private sale soon, I believe. But I have an interview with Chris from the team in the next couple weeks. I'm getting a new camera, so my quality of the videos is gonna go up, and then I'm gonna pay for Streamlabs so that I can have a cool setup. And then I have 5 DeSci interviews lined up already. So we got one with Axon DAO. Let's just go see. I'm hoping I'm not doxing anything. I have one with Noble Blocks, which is a DeSci project built on ICP. So for all you ICP heads, pay attention to Noble Blocks. They're going to be launching their coin fairly soon. I have one lined up with Hippocrat, one lined up with Hair DAO, and Athena DAO. So, and Axon DAO. And then I'm trying to network with people from, I got an intro to people from bio.xyz. XYZ. That's, all right, maybe it is me. I'll accept like 15% responsibility. Got connected with people from here. I have someone who's trying to connect me with a marketing person from VitaDAO. So hopefully I can get interviews from BioXYZ and VitaDAO soon. Next up on the list is going to be Molecule.xyz. Next up on the list, I want someone from Molecule to reach out to me, or I'm going to continue to reach out to them. There was also what is that DeSci project that does prosthetics? What is that DeSci project that does prosthetics? Hellas? Yeah, there it is. I've reached out to them as well, and I probably have one. It's just not lined up yet. We'll probably have them on as well. It's just not lined up. I'm a little bit skeptical. This one's going to be an interesting one to watch because the tokenomics behind it feel schemy. I don't know. No offense to the team. They seem like very nice people, but they feel like the tokenomics just seem kind of schemy. Like, you buy into the coin, and they tax your purchase and sell of the coin, and then they use that money to buy prosthetics and subsidize the sale of that prosthetic to companies, and then they keep whatever profits are there to then try and do better and do it again. So like, you trading in and out of the coin is what allows them to make a profit and like subsidize and give prosthetics. So it's kind of like a donation coin. I don't know. I'm going to be very curious to ask them and like really get to the bottom of it. Start in February is Uboic. Oh, is public. Start of February is public. Yes. Good. Axon's going to be interesting to pay attention to. Yes? Oh, thank you. Did you just go for a walk? Oh, you drove over there? What's going on? Look, I just got a gift. Reese's cup. They're not blue, it's yellow, but I have a green screen effect on for when I put the green screen up. Let's go. That's exciting. Thank you. The Kenny G of crypto. Sorry, bad joke. You guys can make that joke. It's fine. I just don't like when that joke doesn't actually bother me. I don't even know who Kenny G is. What I don't like is when this guy comes out of effing nowhere and tries to clown on me about stuff and then just looks silly himself. Where is he? Whatever. This guy. Do you hold Amex? I don't. Full video coming soon. I'm using CoinMarketCap. And he goes, it's 2023 and dude's still using CoinMarket poop. I'm like, well, it's 2024, you dumbass. That's the only stuff I don't like. He just tries to shit on me for absolutely no reason. Well, I know the reason. And you probably know the reason now as well by looking at this. But hey, guess what? He's still a supporter. LOL. Alright, my number one joke is never tell anyone your crypto night. I have a crypto night But what was I doing? I have a kryptonite. I absolutely have a kryptonite. But the good thing is that I also have a brain tumor, and so I don't have really good memory. Like, I need things to spark my memory. So when I go about my day to day, I don't remember what my kryptonite is. It's just if it ever gets triggered, then like all of a sudden I get triggered, right? And I'm not joking about that at all, actually. So like, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. It's like my superpower is that I have short-term memory issues. Oh God. I remember interviewing someone that did a proof of meme. That is very interesting, Dream. What the hell's a proof of meme? Yes, Derek, we are old. Well, it's less that you guys are old, and it's more that I'm just uncultured. It's more that. I'm sure I'll recognize his face. Oh, no, I don't know who this is, but I understand it now. I'll fully accept that. Are you kidding? American saxophone composer. Unless he's like kind of sketchy. Unless he did some clientele work for a certain list that just got released. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's clean. I will proudly wear that hat. Look at those luscious locks. With limited liquidity in so many different projects, will DeSci see a similar expected pump of the other more well-known narratives? So limited liquidity is a blessing and a curse, okay? And I'm gonna go in depth here, so I might just go to my face here. Oh, maybe not. Record. There we go. It's definitely limited liquidity is a blessing and a curse, all right? When you don't have a lot of liquidity, that means there's not a lot of coins for people to purchase or to sell, right? There's not a lot of coins circulating in the market. That means if a lot of demand comes in and supply is very low, the price is going to skyrocket way faster than if there was a lot of coins, right? If you have 1 million coins and demand for 500,000 coins, then price is going to come down, right? Price won't move that much when those 500,000 coins get purchased. But if you have demand for 500,000 coins and only 250,000 coins to be purchased, that 500,000 coins have to compete, and you're going to see what people are willing to pay to get a hold of those 250,000 coins, right? So that's going to shoot the price skyrocketing. On the flip side, that's the blessing side of it when you're trying to make money. On the flip side, if you only have 250,000 coins and you have 500,000 coins of people trying to sell, you're going to tank that price aggressively, right? So limited liquidity just sets it up for pump and dump, which is going to happen to DeSci. It just is, especially if people start making a meme out of it, especially if people rush into it because it's a hot narrative and they see things like Data Lake go up 50% in a single day off of like limited volume. I didn't think I was going to go back to my desktop, but I'll go back to my desktop and see what the volume on it is. It's not totally limited. That's actually a lot of volume. It's up 150%. It's funny because when we first started talking about it, and I know that Derek can attest to this, I don't know if it was exactly Data Lake, but when we first, no, it was the, hold that thought. When we first started looking at Data Lake, the liquidity or the trading volume was like $6,000, and it was moving the coin price like 5%, 10% in a day off of $6,000. That's because there was no liquidity. And then Data Lake introduced their staking to provide liquidity into the market so that it would take more money to influence the price, and it wasn't going to be as volatile. And the thing that Derek can attest to, at least I believe it was Derek, is buying a coin with absolutely no liquidity. His one order sent the price of that coin up like 40%. It was the security token behind Gene, I believe, right? Was it Gene? I think that's what it was. It was like a very small order, but because there's no liquidity, the price went up like 30%. And then if somebody tries to sell that, the price is going to tank as well. Isn't that called Alzheimer's? Sorry, boss came in there. A little bit. I sundown sometimes. VXV. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So no liquidity means it's going to pump more aggressively. it also means it's going to come back down to earth a lot quicker, because the price is going to get way higher than what it actually should be trading at. And so you just have to be careful with it. It also means that, especially where we're getting in so low, when Data Lake gets to be a $2 coin, if it gets to be $1 or something like that, if it gets up there, my $20 is going to turn into an egregious amount of money, right? It was SBIO. Yes. Bitcoin is a lot of volatility right now. Bitcoin has a lot of volatility. Yes. A lot. And if you go look at the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges, is there a chart? Yeah. This doesn't go back that far, so it's kind of hard to compare it to previous time frames. I wish it would go back a little bit further, but you'll see that the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges has been dwindling. Recently, it just pumped up, so that's kind of like interesting to see. When was the last time it pumped up? Last time it pumped up was back here, and price just continued to go up and up. So the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges has been going down, and interestingly enough, Bitcoin volatility has been going up. So it's just because most buy orders are on the positive, most orders are on the positive side, are on buy orders, right? It's tough. A unnamed YouTuber with 200k subs named an unheard of crypto, and after he mentioned it, talked about it, how much money he has made. I was like, no way. LOL. Yeah, it happens all the time. You know what's one of the funniest things? One of the funniest things to me, not funny haha, but funny serious. Not funny haha, but funny serious. Audius. This was like my very first ever truly degenerative altcoin play. All right, I got into it like, I forget where I got into it. I want to say I got in like somewhere down here. Like, it was disgusting how small of a market cap I got into it at. I paid pennies for it, and there was such low liquidity at the time. I'm shocked. I don't know. It was very illiquid at the time, and I got in, and then right here, BitBoy, aka, or Ben Armstrong, aka BitBoy, made a video about it, and it skyrocketed from 30 cents to like $4. And I thought I was a genius. I really did. I thought I was an absolute living legend, and it was just him doing a form of market manipulation. I'm sure he got paid to talk about it, but I don't want to speculate too much, kick a man while he's down a little. I still think we need more red soon for Bitcoin, 100%. Funny series is like Gru humor, right? You're making, you guys are going to make me feel so uncultured. Funny series is like Gru humor. What the hell is Gru humor? Oh, hi, bird. Oh, yes, exactly. My brain didn't register what Gru was. Despicable Me Gru. Yeah, my brain just didn't go with that, all right? It's the tumor acting up. $38K would be nice. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't. I do know from yesterday's live stream, I think I did a good job expressing to you guys my concerns about where the market ends up going over the not too distant future. Yes, everything is cool and exciting to go up in value. We love making money. We love when prices go up. But the all-seeing Bitcoin prediction line that I drew on Coinbase about 2 years ago indicates that we're overdue for a correction, all right? I literally drew this line back here. And the all-seeing trend line for Bitcoin says that we are in fact overdue for a correction. So a nice little pullback, according to my model, down to 30,000, a dip, a wick into 28,000 before we take off to the next section of the market is coming. All right, according to the all-seeing eyes. And then a peak somewhere around 150,000 at the end of 2025, right? So just get your money ready. Just get your money ready. I think it's mind-blowing to me that I I actually did draw this back in June of 2022 because I drew it. I thought we were going to continue down and then come up, make a little bit of a W pattern, which we did not do, but we did start tracking it pretty perfectly for all of 2023. Even to the point that when we had this random spike, like I randomly just drew a straight up line, which happened pretty much at the exact same time that Bitcoin just went straight up, you know? And then coincidentally, we just had a flash crash yesterday, which lines up exactly when I drew this straight down line here. So I'm saying, don't sleep on the random drawings from 2 years ago. Well, I'll just make educated guesses, facts. My educated guess is that things are a little bit overheated and we're gonna have a nice pullback pretty soon. But I wanna see that $2,000 mark on the portfolio first so that I can say that we did $500 to $2,000 and are we gonna hit it on the live stream? That's crazy. $7 more, $6.50 more. Come on, baby, come on. Data Lake, Data Lake, Data Lake, Data Lake. Data Lake, Data Lake, Data Lake, Data Lake. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. No. I want to eat this Reese's, but I can't do it on live stream because I'm going to look fat. I need a 100x for this portfolio. We've already done a 4x, which means all I need now is a 25x. This is not a mukbang video. Exactly. See, you get it. There's people outside. There's somebody outside my window right now. That was actually weird as fuck. He actually just stood right there. But I have curtains up, so he didn't see me, I don't think. Come on. Alright, I think I'm gonna go. You guys have any last final things that you want to discuss? Otherwise, this has been a good live stream. I did not stick to the structure like I expected to, but we went over everything I wanted to go over, and we had a good time. And did we hit our like goal? We did. We crushed our like goal. So shout out everyone here. I appreciate all of you guys, actually a lot. You guys mean the world to me. 52 viewers. Let's go. A little bit of clickbait to get everyone in here, but I think it's worth it because there's a lot of information here. By the looks of your room, you probably wondered why you're squatting in the house with your PC. That's it. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was worth investing into. I will see you guys for tomorrow's live stream. We're 99 cents away from $2,000. We're 99 cents away. Come on. Come on. Okay, all right. I'll see you guys later. Dun, dun.